Do you ever feel like you're just not the best at any one thing? My name is Christopher Shore and I'm a sixth year MD PhD medical student. For today's video, I want to address the idea that you actually are the best at something in the world, but you just might not know yet. Especially in medicine and science, it can feel like there's always someone with more publications, better scores, or more prestige. It's easy to quietly decide, I'm alright, but I'm not the best. Today, I want to push back on that idea because I think that you are the best in the world in at least something. And it's hiding in the unique combinations of the things you do. Let's start with a simple example. Imagine you're 60th percentile in skiing and 60th percentile in singing. You're objectively not the best skier and you're objectively not the best singer. In both a ski and a singing race, you probably wouldn't be first place. But how many people are at that exact level in both skiing and singing at the exact same time? That overlapping group is small, it's tiny. You're probably in the very top slice of the world of people who ski and sing at that level. You can imagine doing something like this across many things. Maybe you're a really good gardener who also likes to write classical poetry. You could also be a really good bodybuilder, but also happens to do ballet. When you look at yourself in combination and apply these filters, you can see that you might actually be the best in the world in at least some subset of the infinite options out there available to you. We just never really think in those terms. We ask, am I the top cardiologist or am I the top researcher? Instead of asking, what does my combination of skills and experiences make me uniquely good at? In medicine and in science, it's quite easy to compare yourself to others. Test scores, percentiles, CVs, H-index, all these metrics are one-dimensional. If you look only at one metric, say number of papers, it's easy to conclude I'm not the best, someone else is ahead of me. However, what that actually misses is everything you've quietly built outside of that number, outside of that metric. How you think, how you communicate, the way you relate to patients, your curiosity, your hobbies, your side projects. All of these matter, but they don't show up on a simple exam report. There's one metaphor I really like. We are all just like those hidden junk drawers in a house. The ones where you lose change, old keys, random cables, ticket stubs, pens, and notebooks, maybe even batteries. Over the years, the drawer ends up holding a very specific weird mix of things. I like to think of my own life like a drawer that I can open up and pick items from every time I need it. Every rotation, every patient, every encounter, every class, every paper, every hobby, every late night YouTube rabbit hole, every side project. They don't just disappear. They all get tossed into this drawer and quietly adding to my own inventory. From the outside, it can look quite random and maybe even messy, but inside it's a very particular combination. No one else has that exact set of drawer. Learning is not linear also. Academia feels like a straightforward process, kindergarten to college to grad school to residency, grade after grade after grade. But real learning looks like that drawer, messy, nonlinear, and full of detours. Let's zoom out a bit. If you have experiences nobody else has had in the exact same way, you have specific strengths and specific quirks. You have interests that, when added together, form a profile that is statistically extremely rare. There might be thousands of people better than you at one particular thing, but there might be almost no one better than you at the combinations of things that you are actually good at. And that combination is where your real leverage is. It's where you can create value that's hard to copy. It's where you can make a real impact that doesn't require you to be number one in any single metric. One could argue you actually might even have a moral responsibility to use your talents to make an impact on the world. Because if you are the only person on earth with your exact mix of talents, experiences, and interests, that gives you a sort of responsibility to make your own impact. You're the only one in the world who can see the world through your eyes and your angle. You're the only one who can connect your dots. There might be problems that only you can see. There might be people that only you can reach. There are ideas only you will think of in a particular way. I think it's important to lean into your strengths, to apply your own mix, to build something or help someone that might not happen if you didn't show up. You can look at one example of someone who truly used his talent combination very well, Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo wasn't just an artist, he was also an autonomous, an engineer, and an inventor. He dissected bodies, studied muscles, bones, organs, and even blood flow. His anatomical knowledge made him extremely great at art because he used more realistic and more powerful forms of art. Think of the works like The Vitruvian Man and his detailed studies of the human body. At the same time, his artistic eye and understanding of form fed his engineering imagination, spanning bridges, machines, and early concepts for military fortifications and flying devices. He wasn't the best painter or the best doctor or the best engineer. His impact came from the fusion of those disciplines. Art plus anatomy plus engineering created work that inspired people for centuries. I think it's that power of combination that truly makes a difference in the world. So, how about we bring this back to you? You might not feel like you're the top person in your work or the most decorated athlete or the smartest student in your cohort, but you can ask yourself, what are the 2 or 3 or 4 things I'm genuinely pretty good at? What experiences have I had that most people in my field actually haven't? What interests or hobbies give me a slightly different lens than everyone around me? Your answer to those questions is just the beginning of your combination story. You are the best in the world at something. Not because you're number one in a single category, but because you're the only person who has that particular mix of skills, experiences, and interests. Your job isn't to beat everyone on one metric. Your job is just to discover your own combination and play to those strengths consistently over time. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.